Welcome. It is the simulation Moolahverse Simulation Football League, and it is your boy Kamish Moolah, man, back with another one. Yes, sir. Playoff action, round one underway. Florida State, the 2nd seed, up against the 7th seed Oklahoma State Cowboys. And this is going to be a very interesting matchup, man. You got the Book of Eli versus Tyshawn Bryant. And this is going to be one of those ones. Two very good freshman quarterbacks, man, making their way out on the floor. And really a bit of a legacy game here for both of these guys, man. How are these guys going to fare in a highly pressured situation like this, man? They are in the playoffs now. Both of their teams reliant on them as the leaders of the offense, and I'm just interested to see how this is going to play out. Shout out to my guy Kamari Hill in the building, and it is going to be FSU on the return. He's going to make his way out to the 26, and Tyshawn Bryant is working his way out in a win or go home situation here in the first round. Don't pay attention to the statistics. We will have those graphics for you in our podcast this week. However, let's just get through this first round. Shotgun set, empty set. They're going to go with a quarterback draw, and Tyshawn Bryant is going to pick up the first down of the game with his legs. Catching the defense sleep. Can't forget about the legs of this QB, Tyshawn Bryant. Shout out to my guy Eli Carter. Don't trust AK. And my guy No Limit Slum tuning in. First completion off to the right. It is Hargrave on the reception. And Tyshawn Bryant starts the game with a nice little reception, a nice little pass right there. Want to set up a screen to Jawan Rose. The defense was in there to break it up. We see the Cowboys with a nice little retro look. I'm loving these uniforms for Oklahoma State. We didn't see those during the regular season. And right now, Tyshawn Bryant in trouble. Gonna get sacked. Drop those body bags in the chat. It is Morales in for the body bag. And FSU, the favorites coming into this game. But let me tell you, if these Cowboys can get it going and disrupt the offense of Florida State, they definitely have the firepower on the offensive end to make things happen between John Brunson, the running back, and the Book of Eli at the QB position. Florida State's offense has to come to play, and their defense have to come to play as well, because these guys are going to be raring to go. On the return, receiver trying to get to the outside. I believe that's Hayward. Tackled, and here we go. Oklahoma State making their way out on the field. Elijah Hawkins, the freshman standout. This kid right here came and took over after transferring from Notre Dame. They had a QB situation midseason. He came in to Oklahoma State ready to play, very professional, and he got right to it, leading his Cowboys to a playoff berth. And Notre Dame didn't make the playoffs, so interesting decision. They stuck with Jay Bogner. Book of Eli was able to go elsewhere, and he led his team to a playoff berth. Brunson, spoke about him. He's in the 1K club this season, and he also has a first down on that one. Eli looking to the right. Gonna drop that pass off, and that's gonna get his first completion for a gain of 4. Weber, the receiver there. The Book with a play action over the middle, and his receiver's not gonna be able to hold on. 3rd and 6 on the way. 1 for 2 in the passing game. Shotgun set. Hawkins on the end and goes right back to his receiver, number 82. Got to get his name. O'Neal. Yes, O'Neal. On the in route and put it right on the money. O'Neal able to shield the ball away from the defender. And that's Norcutt right there. You got to watch Norcutt in the secondary. He can be sneaky. Has a nice amount of interceptions on the season. He's their best DB here for Florida State. And that time, the Book of Eli just going right at him. Brunson up the middle again for a gain of 3. And they're in enemy territory right now. Let's see how it fares. They're going to hand it off to Brunson once again, but he's only going to pick up a yard this time. Akins in on the tackle, and Akins, that guy, that leading linebacker here for Florida State, they're going to want a big game out of him. And that pass is going to be completed, but Norcutt is all over it for a short gain. It is Weber once again on the reception, but that's going to be far shy of the first down marker, and they're going to punt this one away, knowing the kicker doesn't have the leg for that one. Gonna go out of bounds at the 13. Shout out to my guy Pharaoh Reigns in the building. Let me get a sound check in the chat. Is everything good? Do you guys hear me good? Is everything? Shotgun set. Tyshawn Bryant in the gun. He's gonna hand it off to Jawan Rose up the middle, and there's a fumble. Who's gonna land on it? Florida State gets it. 2nd and 6. I formation, play action. Tyshawn Bryant out to Rhodes, and that is 1 yard shot for first down, but a very manageable 3rd and 1 situation. Tyshawn Bryant moving, trying to get the troops moving this time. Didn't want to go 3 and out again, and he finds his guy Hargrave. Once again, that one on a little short in, if you will, or short curl to the inside. Now pistol set. Got to watch out for Jerron Rose. The speed on this kid can be very troublesome for any defense, and he's going to pick up 4 after that run. Shout out to my guy Jay Anthony tuning in, getting some scouts as Michigan has moved on to the 2nd round, and a dot right there for Tyshawn Bryant, finding this guy Kazim Ramsey. Ramsey came in to the game. He was 5th in receiving touchdowns this season with 8. So 5th overall in receiving touchdowns this season with 8. So you may see a lot of him as Tyshawn Bryant goes to the air. Tyshawn Bryant had a really successful season as well. 26 touchdowns in the passing department for him. Hit as he thrown, just got that one away, and it's safe to be an incompletion. Shout out to Honcho in the chat, a.k.a. Tyshawn Bryant. 3rd and 8. Bryant in the pocket, steps up, delivers a strike over the middle, and that's a first down to his tight end, Boast. Boast in on the reception, and they have a nice committee of receivers from tight end to even Jawan Rhodes out of the backfield. So Tyshawn Bryant has weapons, man, and he had a lot of success this season. 26 touchdowns going in the air. That one's incomplete. But he also threw the ball very well and very effectively. 26 touchdowns as a freshman. That is good numbers right there. And a nice run by Jawan Rose to go up the middle for 2. We got Tyshawn Bryant trying to get his team in it, saying, let's go Noles. And on the outside, he's just going to be incomplete, and that's going to lead to another punting situation. Tyshawn Bryant threw for 2,979 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions on the season. So that's a tremendous freshman year. Just under 3,000 yards, 20 yards away from hitting the 3K mark. But as far as efficiency, touchdown to interception ratio, completion percentage, this kid was right on the money with the best of the best. And can't wait to see, how he's going to fare in this pressured situation in the playoffs. Both defenses holding these offenses to a nut right now, but it's still very early in the first quarter. And Eli Hawkins going to drop a dime over the middle to his wide receiver. I believe that is Hayward. Yes, Hayward for a 13-yard reception. His first of the night to get a first down. And the guys in the chat says who you got as a dark horse left in the playoffs and who you got as a favorite. So I'm going to say off the rip, Alabama has to be a favorite with that 1 seed in their record. They only lost to a Florida team. Body bags in the chat as Eli Hawkins is taken down for the sack. But back to what I was saying, I think if I have a dark horse, it'll have to be, I guess, I don't want to speak too soon, but a dark horse that can play with the best of them when they get it going is between Florida and Michigan, and then a favorite will have to definitely be Alabama. On 3rd and 12, he's going out to the outside, and that short pass to John Bronson is not going to be enough. But definitely, I would say the favorite is Alabama, and the dark horses is between Michigan and Florida. Florida took some up and downs at the end of the season. I think early on they would have been a favorite, but them taking some tough losses at the end of the season opened up a window for a team like, Michigan to get, show what they were capable of doing. Michigan ended 7-5 after having some up and downs themselves. So I think those two are like safe to say as a dark horse that could creep up on a team like Alabama and pick up some momentum. But it's a lot of good teams in this playoffs, especially like the Cowboys. You got Oklahoma State, and then you got FSU as well. FSU, I think, will still be on the favorite side, though, because they are a 2nd seed. And you got the young freshman quarterback in Tyshawn Bryant, who played tremendous. You got Jawan Rhodes, who ran the ball, pretty exceptional this year. I don't want to say exceptional, like he didn't go too crazy, but he did get over 1,000 yards, 1,048 to be exact, 5 touchdowns, average 4 yards a carry, and he's also pretty good in the receiving game. So that's what I'll say about that. And back to the game, Hargrave with a nice reception for a 1st down there. And Tyshawn Bryant showing you that he just has that ability, man. He makes the right decisions more often than not. As you can see, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Was just under 3K passing in 12 games. And that just shows you the decision-making of this kid and that he's capable of making a big play, both with his legs and with his arm. So I think that the Cowboys have a tall task, but one thing that they may be able to benefit from is that, you can only imagine the intra-squad scrimmages going against a guy like the Book of Eli. Tyshawn Bryant doesn't have the athleticism of Eli as a runner, better off as a passer, but I think it helps you prepare for a dual threat style quarterback. And Kazim Ramsey's gonna drop that one. That could have been a 1st and more. German, the secondary guy, was a step behind that receiver, but that's gonna be called incomplete, and another drop right there. And right now, maybe a bit of nerves, tainting these FSU receivers. And I see a blitz corner. Nobody's accounting for that receiver at the top of your screen. And when I look, may have called that play just at the right time because the safety did come down and it was an in route. But just my situational awareness, when I seen that corner leave Kazim Ramsey, I'm like, hold on. Honcho may want to take a shot. But, nonetheless, that drive ends with another punt, and the Cowboys are going to start at the 21. So you had a couple of drops on that drive from FSU. Of course, Tyshawn Bryant and the offensive coordinator and coaching staff are not going to be happy about that. But right now, it's just looking like the defenses are a bit comfortable, and neither offense has made any big plays or done anything with enough consistency to pose an early threat. So 2nd and 8 at the 23. Let's see if Eli can get something going. He's going to get it out to his tight end, and that's going to lead to 3rd and inches. Weber on the reception. Him and the Book have a really good connection. And on 3rd and inches, empty set for the Book. He's going short right back to Weber. And Weber's going to stiff arm 2 defenders on his way out of bounds. 5 receptions, 34 yards for Weber. And it's safe to say that connection is definitely pretty strong early in this game. Will it amount to something? Let's see. Both teams have been struggling to put together a drive early in this game. However, it is win or go home, so things will have to turn up pretty soon. 1st and 10, play action now. The Book finds a receiver open, and it is Pearman for a big-time 1st down right there. And now it looks like the Cowboys are finding their stride here. 21-yard reception on that play. That's a pretty big play. One of the biggest plays we've seen in this game thus far. But the run following the big play goes nowhere. Fitzsimmons in on the tackle, meeting John Brunson at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun set. They're going to shift. Two receivers in the tight end bunch to the left. Counter to Brunson. And it's going to go nowhere again. So they stand committed to the run, trying to keep them guessing. But right now, FSU has it on lock. Akins just really giving them trouble in the run game. The book in trouble in the passing game, and he's going down. Harding in for the body bag. Body bags in the chat. Stephen Harding, really a really good defensive lineman here for FSU. Upperclassman, making his presence felt in this playoff game. And once again, we may have another drive stalling to a punt. 4th and 18. I know they're not going to go for it. So we're going to have another punt on the way. And, you know, with a whole quarter done, 8 minutes 33 left in this first half, we still have both teams scoreless. So Tyshawn Bryant trotting out there. I'm pretty sure he's trying to put something together here to get his team some points and take advantage of this game. No blood spill yet. Play action on first down. He's going to get it out to Kazim Ramsey, his #1 guy, wide receiver 1 here for FSU. And that is just going to be inches shy of first down marker. 2nd and inches. Pistol set. Play action. He's in trouble. Body bags in the chat. They sent the house, and there was nothing that Tyshawn Bryant can do on that play. His legs wouldn't even be a factor, as after the play action, both defenders were right there to drop him for the sack. You know, and that's where that veteran presence come in. You know, you could read what you see, take the signs, and adjust out of it. Didn't make the pre-snap adjustments, and that jailbreak came in a hurry. 3rd and 11 now at the 5. Don't want to make no mistakes here, but you still want to take a shot, and that's what he does. But Kazim Ramsey once again can't hold on to it. Rivers on the breakup. That's sensational defense, but Ramsey and these receivers have to step up and make a play, man. They have to step up and make a play. Tyshawn Bryant is putting the ball in some catchable places, but you know, they're just not bringing them in right now. That could be a problem, and this punt gonna give them good field position at the 50. So let's see if the Book of Eli can take advantage. 1st and 10 at midfield. Eli Hawkins, what do you got? Just gonna go with an RPO to the outside. And that is O'Neal on the reception. 2 receptions, 20 yards for O'Neal in this game. Sweet in on the tackle. They're going to give it to John Brunson, who's going to be stopped once again. FSU is not giving up an inch in the running game. Fitzsimmons in the backfield once again. He's leaving his presence felt on this game. And speaking of drops, O'Neal not able to bring that one in. Norcutt breaking it up. And we've seen some sensational defense from both teams. They're stepping up big time and making plays. And once again, another punting situation, man. So if you love defense, this is the game for you, because there is not much offense going on for either team. But I like this right now. It's showing you the guys on the defensive end that want it. But it's also going to make it mean that much more once one of these teams are able to draw first blood. They're going to hand it off to Juwan Rhodes. He's trying to stiff arm a guy, but he's only going to pick up 2 as he's hawked down. So both teams not really giving up anything in the running game. And I think that's what's making it easier for them to make plays in the passing department. But as I say that, Juwan Rhodes speeding through the defense with a huge gain. First down. That was about I want to say a 18-yard carry on that one. Juwan Rhodes with a nice run right there. Said you're not going to keep him down for too long. But the play action once again showing to be troublesome, and Morales is in for another body bag. He has 1.5 sacks. Matias Morales, check him out, just right there after, you know, the play action just really just completely deserted the left tackle for FSU. And there's no way the freshman quarterback is going to be happy about that. He needs some time back there. Shotgun set. Bryant over the middle finds Ramsey. Ramsey with a nice game, but Still nowhere near the first down marker. 12 yards shy of it to be exact. 3rd and 12. Tyshawn Bryant has time now. Still has to step up as time was definitely ran out in a hurry. That pocket closed. He tried to get to the outside, but Matias Morales there once again for another body bag. And Matias Morales stepping up. Gotta check the stat card on him, but he's definitely making his presence felt and giving FSU's offense all sorts of trouble. That line can't seem to do anything with Matias Morales in this one. 1st and 10 for the book of Eli. From the 29, play action. Eli gonna get it out to his tight end, and they're finding creative ways to get that tight end involved. 11 of 13 for 100 yards for Weber, and that's his 6th reception for 41 yards. In this one, a shift, trips to the right, one guy tight to the left, Brunson in the backfield, and Eli just missed his receiver, overshot him. And Eli's still playing a really good game. Been dinking and dumping, 11 of 14, good percentage right now, over the century mark, no mistakes. If he can continue playing like this, he may be on his way to a pretty good game. 12 of 5 now after the 10-yard completion to O'Neal. And him and O'Neal starting to connect pretty often. Liking the synergy I'm seeing between them two in this game early. 3 minutes to go in the first half, and they're going to hand it off to Brunson. But once again, a host of Seminoles in the area, and they have this run game on lock. 2nd and 10 now at the 46-yard line. They're going to go right back to Brunson, and Brunson can't get to the edge as Akins is there. Akins all over the field. He's the main catalyst for why this run stop is so dangerous. Him in that defensive line, and once again Akins there, this time for the body bag. And this is why this kid is such a tremendous talent and important part of this Seminoles defense. Wow. Tyshawn Bryant with a chance to put on a little bit of a 2-minute drill and show us what he has. But both defenses have played outstanding in this first half. Cannot stress that enough. Or anything that happens on this drive, both teams has held up really strong on the defensive end in this first half. Tyshawn Bryant, what do you got? Nothing doing. Looked like they wanted a pop pass to the receiver. Didn't like the look, and he's going to take it for a scramble of 2. That's not going to do much for you. Going to keep the clock running too. 1:30 and counting now. 2nd and 8. Tyshawn, that pocket closing up again, and he's going to go with that pop pass to the left. This time he's going to get him some nice yardage. About, we want to say 3rd and 4 now. Very manageable. They went with that pop look again, and he's just going to take off as nothing is doing. And I think that little pop pass scheme is opening up some things with the concept. It is giving Tyshawn Bryant some options in the running lane, and it's opening some things down low and over the top. It's keeping them honest. So there's layers to that play. And I think FSU implemented it at a good time to convert on that first down. And now Ramsey with a short out going to pick up the first down. I think these short routes, while they're sending a couple of guys deep, is definitely opening up some things. I think they're slowly but surely starting to break down these Cowboys defense. Will they have enough time to make it amount to something? Let's see. And once again, they try to go short out to the flats with a similar concept, but this time it looks like the Cowboys are starting to pick up on it. 2nd and 10, 36 seconds left. Is it enough for them to get another stop? Let's see. And yes, they're still trying to run those concepts to the outside, but that one off the mark. Levy credited with the coverage. 3rd and 10 now. 30 seconds left in the half. Tyshawn with time. He's taking off. Nobody's accounted for him. And he's going to pick up another first down with his legs. 1 timeout left, but 15 seconds and counting on the clock. From the 31, they're just going to burn their last timeout. And now it's going to be interesting. Do they bring out the field goal unit? Does he have the leg for this field goal? Should. Do they try to get another playoff? They're going to try to get another playoff that could be dangerous with no timeouts. Let's see. And I think he's just going to throw it away quickly. I'm not mad at him. Don't want to force nothing down. And they should be going for a field goal now. Yeah, they're going to go with the field goal. 2nd and 10, 9 seconds left. Just get the field goal, draw first blood, and go into the half with a lead. And that field goal is good, 3-0 in favor of the Seminoles. So they're going to get 3 at least coming out of this half. And it was a tightly, you know, called and tightly defended game for both teams, man. I like what I've seen from both parties. Definitely want to open up the game offensively in the second half, but I think they both have something pretty positive to build on with their defenses, not giving up too much. The book in trouble. Time ran out, but there's flags. Maybe a holding, may just be declined. Let's see. Yes, it's going to be a hold on Jaron Judge, the right tackle, and that's actually going to be declined, and we're going to go into the second half. Drop those halves in the chat. Halves in the chat. Yeah, I'm definitely going to allow coaches at the next level, but I'm only allowing coaches. You got to choose to be a coach or a player, because I'm only looking for coaches to be guys who are committed on a further level than a player. So at the half, we do got a live audience in the chat, so I will be, you know, going through questions and stuff as well as calling the game. But at the half, it's been a very defensive matchup. We've seen some openings offensively from both teams. We've seen flashes from both teams offensively, but nothing too alarming to open up the game. But regarding the coaching question, I will take coaches, but they got to be committed to being a coach. Can't do the player coach thing. I'm not trying to do that. I want people that are committed to, you know, whatever their role is here. And I think the best way to do that is to have each role completely separate. But I definitely will, you know, be open to coaching. Just want somebody that knows what they're doing as well. Brunson up the middle. And once again, he stopped. And once again, it's Fitzsimmons getting back there for the tackle. Fitzsimmons is going crazy. Show is Akins, and they're going to go with a quick little tight end screen, but it's going to go nowhere. And FSU continuing their defensive dominance. 3rd and 10. Eli has time. Throws it over the middle to Brunson, but not enough room for him to get to the first down marker. And once again, Akins just all over the field, man. Body bags as far as sacks in the pass rushing department, keeping things at bay short of the first down in the passing department, guarding these running backs in the zone, and also making sure nothing is happening in the running game. This kid is just doing it all right now. Shout out to Akins. I believe it's Chris. Akins. Might be Charles. I'm blanking right now. He is a generic, but this kid is tough, having another exceptional performance. And let's see if the Seminoles can, you know, rally behind that performance. A 3-yard gain right there on the run from Jawan Rhodes. Bryant back in the pocket, and he finds Kazim Ramsey for a nice first down. So him and Ramsey starting to pick it up. His #1 receiver starting to put on a bit. He dropped a pass earlier that had me pretty worried, but 5 receptions for 60 yards right now. It's about showing up when it matters, and it's getting closer to that time. Tyshawn Bryant still pitching a very good game right now. No mistakes to this point. Looking pretty good as expected. And Rhodes going to pick up 5. So I think Rhodes shows some flashes in the run game too, with a couple of decent runs in the first half. And 5 yards on that one. I think if he can pick it up, that can open up some things. You know, they get him involved in different ways. Speaking of which, that screen right there, and just maybe should have cut back, overran his blockers a bit on that screen, and didn't go for much. 3rd and 4 now over the middle. Tyshawn Bryant misses the mark, and that's going to be incomplete. Tyshawn Bryant has a couple of errant throws in this one, as well as drop passes by the receiver. So you got to take the good with the bad. However, I think that inconsistency is the reason for the low scoring of FSU. They've been a couple of plays made away. They've been a couple of execution things away from, you know, continuing drives or making big plays. They've had a couple of big drops. Also, Tyshawn Bryant has missed a couple of throws, maybe a few. And that's just something to watch. Shotgun set now. Brunson trying to get to the outside. Hasn't really done much in this game. He's only going to pick up 2 on that one. I think FSU has played really good run defense in this one, and I think they schemed and scouted perfectly for John Brunson. They're going to try to set up a screen, but that one was going to be a nightmare in a hurry. A good thing the book got it away. 3rd and 8 now for the book. And he's going to try to throw a curl, but it's going to be intercepted. House call. Touchdown, Seminoles. And it is Larry Freeman, CB2, in on the play. Just read that curl to a T. And I told you guys to watch out for Norcutt. But it is the corner on the other side who's going to step up and make one of the biggest plays of the game thus far. He read that curl to a T, jumped that route, and the Book of Eli just stared that receiver down a bit too much and made a huge mistake. Freeman with the house call. Drop the house calls in the chat. You know how we do, man. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. It's your boy Commish Moolah. This is the Moolahverse Simulation Football League powered by Moolahverse Gaming. The only place where you can see the game, be the game, play the game as the game plays you. And hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment. Let us know that you want to join the experience. However, or whatever role you see fit, we'll definitely make it happen. And things are getting very exciting headed to the new release of college football. And that's another huge turnover on the kick return. Hayward was leveled. He fumbled. And FSU recovered 10-0 inside enemy territory at the 22. Tyshawn Bryant with an opportunity to add on this lead. Doesn't like what he's seen. He's going to scramble and slide. 2 yards shy of first down. 5 carries, 45 yards rushing for Tyshawn Bryant. Uh-oh. Momentum on FSU's side. Field position on their side. And Jawan Rose would have cut too many on that one. Thought he had a lane after the first broken tackle. Don't like the hole he decided to turn up. And that's going to keep the game to a minimal. But they're going to go up the middle with him again. However, the Cowboys standing strong, forcing 4th and 1. So although they gave up the good field position, they still force a 4th down situation. It's going to be interesting to see. Does FSU go for it? 4th and 1 inside your own territory. Will you go for it, or are you going to take the 3? And they're going to go for it. Shout out to my guy Miles McCain, a.k.a. Duke Davis, in the building. And they're going to get the first down. Tyshawn Bryant getting it to Armstrong on the curl. And that's his first reception of the game. Boy, was it a big one. 1st and goal from the 5 now. They're going to motion into a bit of a bunch set. Give it up to Rhodes up the middle. And did he cross the plane? The refs are going to say no. 2nd and goal from the 1 now. Tyshawn Bryant not happy with the spot. He says, come on, ref. That's a touchdown. But they're going to run up the middle with Jaron Rhodes again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seminoles. And with a extra point right here, the Seminoles will go up 17-0. So how about that swing of events, man? You got to credit the defense for the pick 6 and then the return defense for forcing that fumble and making this touchdown possible. Tyshawn Bryant doing what he did to rally the troops, doing what's needed to rally the troops on that drive. But I got to give Jawan Rhodes, the running back, the credit on that one, running it in, staying strong. And the 4th down conversion definitely paid off. So that decision paid off. Way to be aggressive. And now they're changing the course of this game in a hurry. Went from 3-0 at the half to 17-0 pretty quickly. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Can the Cowboys answer back to cover some ground? The Book of Eli is going to have to get something going on the offensive end. Somebody's going to have to step up and make a big play. And that's a dart right there between 2 defenders to make this 2nd and 1. O'Neal looking like he's locked in. The Book of Eli in the building, tuning in, and up the middle is Demps. Maybe a backup running back or a fullback. It's actually the fullback. Pardon me on that one. 1st and 10 now after the first down run by the fullback. And Brunson once again tackled in the backfield. And Carr is going to get credited with the TFL, but FSU has been suffocating in the run defensive game. Just in a defensive game, period. No points. They pitched the shutout to this point, but it's just a masterclass on run defense They've only given up 29 yards, and this guy John Brunson is over 1,000 yards on a season. So shows you his talent and just the level of play and execution that you're getting from this defense. Akins there on the pass coverage, stopping another pass for a minimal gain, as well as the work he's doing in the run game. This defense is playing outstanding, and once again, another punt situation by the Cowboys. They're just getting completely outmatched at this point. Their defense was holding up early, but I think with the turnovers created by the Seminoles and that last touchdown run by Jawan Rose, things are really starting to open up for the Seminoles, and they're starting to truly separate themselves from this Cowboys team. Maybe some expected that second seed versus a 7th seed, and Jawan Rhodes starting to cook now. Another big run from him. And yeah, man, it's looking like the Cowboys are in trouble. Single back set, play action. Tyshawn Bryant scrambles to the outside and delivers a dot to his tight end on the sideline. First down. Seminoles, and now the Seminoles just in their bag now. Tyshawn Bryant looking pretty confident, getting out the pocket. Matias in his face between two defenders. Wow, what ball placement right there by the freshman. That was a beautiful play. Receiver and the tight end bunched on each side, and they're gonna go with a quick pass, but he's gonna throw that one away in the direction of the tight end. 2nd and 10 at the 49. So just past midfield, pistol set, 2nd and 10, 2:10 left in this third quarter. What do you got? They're going to throw it over the middle to Armstrong. And that's going to lead to a manageable 3rd and 6 situation. You have the lead. No need to go too crazy, but you definitely want to convert and apply more pressure. 3rd and 6 now. Bryant with time, but he's going to deliver a pass that's going to be intercepted by the Cowboys, and maybe that's the momentum that they needed. Not sure what Tyshawn Bryant saw there, or if the ball placement was just bad, but let's check it out on the instant replay. Morgan Humphreys just really jumped that route. I want to say might have been beat, and that's just good play recognition. He seemed to have recognized where Tyshawn Bryant's eyes were, where he was, in accordance to the receiver, and he just jumped that one perfectly. That's just knowing the route, good awareness right there, and doing your homework. Now the book gonna deliver a strike to Hayward, and Hayward in a foot race, and he's gonna be tackled down at the 11. So after the defense comes up with a big play, the book of Eli gets it to his trusty receiver Hayward for a big play, and now the Cowboys trying to work off that momentum. The Cowboys trying to take advantage of the momentum while they can. They don't want things to get too far out of hand. And now they're inside the 11, knocking on the door of FSU. They're trying to run it up the middle with Brunson, and that was a pretty promising run, gain of 5. And I guess even a 5-yard gain is decent at this point because he's been shut down all game long. 2nd and 5 now. They still been believing in the run game. They go with the fullback up the middle, and he picks up another first down. Catching the defense slipping with the fullback once again. So the offensive coordinator getting pretty creative, and I like it. The book in trouble. He had Brunson, but turned his back to that route. I think if he would have kept his eyes to the right, he had Brunson out of the backfield, but threw an incomplete, inaccurate pass to the tight end. And now they're trying to get it going in the run game again, but they're going to lose a yard. Rose, the linebacker, in for the tackle. 3rd and goal, and that was just a squandered opportunity by the book. He took off to run too quick as he had the running back in the flats. And now it's going to be interesting to see if they even get in. They want to go with the fullback again up the middle on 3rd and goal. But FSU stays strong, and they're going to hold 4th and goal on the way for Oklahoma State. And do you risk it for the biscuit here if you're Oklahoma State? Do you go for it? No, they're going to go conservative and kick the field goal. Guess I'm not mad at them. Still a lot of time left, but 3-17 is still a pretty steep hill to climb, especially when you're facing a team like FSU, who's 2nd seed compared to the 7th, and really favored to win this game. I don't really see them blowing a lead here in this 4th quarter with the way that they've played. Anything's still possible, but You know, if they keep it slow and steady, keep playing at their pace, I think that they should be in good hands. Jawan Rhodes going to get it up the middle, and Jawan Rhodes is starting to really pick up 3 hard yards on that one. But I just think this line is pushing forward and starting to wear down this defense. Barring any more mistakes from Tyshawn Bryant and the rest of this team turnover-wise, I think the Cowboys are in trouble. That run going to go for a little more. May just be 1 yard shy of the first down marker. 3rd and 2. Bryant in the gun. Going to throw it out to Hargrave for the first down. And that's a big-time first down at this point, too, because now you get to work more clock. It just shows you this kid, Tyshawn Bryant, is very good with the ball, man. Did throw a turnover in the last drive, but this kid is good with the ball. 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That shows you where his decision-making is early as a freshman QB in this, wild college environment, man. For him to perform like that in this environment as a freshman, the sky is the limit for this kid. Can he live up to the year he's had moving forward? As a freshman, the stats he was able to put up is going to be interesting to see if he can live up to that in his sophomore year, or will he go through another slump. Still a lot of playoffs left, so I think some of the confidence he may have, brewing from this can go into the next season. But that pass out to the flat is going to stall this drive. 4th and 12, punt situation coming up. But don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it's an outstanding season for FSU thus far, as well as the freshman quarterback Tyshawn Bryant. Having a freshman quarterback and getting this far is sensational. Being a 2nd seed on your side of the conference, and this guy playing at a high level. He's playing at the highest level and competing with the best at this level. You got to think that Florida State is in really good hands if they're able to retain the talents of Tyshawn Bryant, man. That out, going to go for a first down. The book of Eli Hawkins, another pretty good freshman standout, trying to, put his imprint on this game and show, this freshman class of quarterbacks were very strong, man. These guys all played at I feel like at a high level. Very strong class of freshman quarterbacks, but that just means that in year 2 for these guys is going to be a lot of competition, and a lot of guys got to step up heading into college football 25. A lot of those upperclassmen for the rest of the universities around the league has to step it up, man. We're going to have that Moolah-verse conference. It's going to be interesting to see what top quarterbacks are, going to head to a Moolah-verse university. But, that remains to be seen. Maybe we get some of this top talent to jump ship and join our conference, man, and take our conference to the next level. Hopefully we can steal some of this top talent, but that remains to be seen. We still got a lot to cover as far as these playoffs, but a pretty decent drive being put on by OK State right now. Let's see if they can keep it going. And yes, another big play between the Book and O'Neal. And now things may be getting a little serious, man. 6:52 and counting after the completion, but the Book is putting a nice little drive together here, and if they can come away with a touchdown, that only makes this a 1-possession game. Empty set. The Book feeling himself right now. At the 26, delivers another strike over the middle, but his tight end Weber cannot hold on to it. Shout out to Norcut for the coverage. Told you watch out for this kid, as he definitely is a problem. That short pass to Hayward gonna get through. 3rd and 2 on the way now, and it won't be a Moolah-verse University 1. There's going to be a Moolah-verse conference, and the teams that are in that conference, I'm trying to see, how guys on their teams right now are going to feel about transferring into one of the Moolah-verse conference teams, so that way we can follow the league in a more orderly manner. And a nice run on 4th and 2 is going to get them the conversion. Got the backup in, went with a run play, and the risk was worth the reward, as They're going to keep this drive alive. Very big drive here. They're going to give it to the backup again up the middle, and he's only going to pick up 2. Akins in on the tackle. No surprise to see him there shutting down the run. 2nd and 8. The book. Play action. Going to his tight end, Weber. And 3rd and 5 on the way at the 7. So they got a chance to pick up a first down still. And with them getting a first down, it'll be half the distance to the goal. So 3rd down. And I believe it's four down territory at this point of the game. Either way it goes, the book trying to get to the outside. Does get to the outside, but his body bagged by Clark. Looked like he had his eyes downfield and was trying to make a throw. But Clark got it to him just in time. Now 4th and 11, and this is a huge 4th down for Oklahoma State. Huge 4th down, and they're going to get it complete to O'Neal, but shy of the first down marker. FSU stands tall once again, Ben, but doesn't break, as that drive is going to lead to a turnover on downs. The defense of FSU just played outstanding in this game. This was the best defensive showing, I believe, in this first round of the playoffs, coming in this final game of the first round. And now all FSU has to do is play keep away, and I believe that they're very capable of doing that. 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard run from Jawan Rhodes. And what a game, man. The freshman quarterback stands tall against another highly touted freshman QB, and it's looking like FSU is just going to run away with this one. 3rd and 5. Let's see if they elect to go with a passing play, or do they keep it on the ground and force this team to get a stop. That's what they're going to do, in Rhodes coming up with a huge first down conversion on that run. And this drive could even seal the game. I believe one more first down seals the deal, as they're just working this clock right now. 2:45, 5 seconds left on the play clock. And they're going to get back there, but have to use a timeout now. 2:39 left in the game, 2nd and 12. And I see FSU just running this thing, forcing them to use all their timeouts. And worst case scenario, you have to punt this thing away. They won't have any timeouts left. And we'll have to get a score, a stop, and another score. And that's how they're going to play it. They're actually going to let this one go down to the 2-minute warning. And oh, no, FSU is going to punt it before the 2-minute warning. I guess it doesn't matter regardless. And the Cowboys now with an opportunity. 1:53 left. Down 2 scores at this point. 2 touchdowns. Have to make something happen with only one. They have to make something happen with only one timeout. Doubt that's going to happen. Shout out to FSU Season in the chat. Not sure who that is, but shout out to y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. In the book, just throwing it away, trying to conserve time, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a recipe for you, man. At this point, you got to make a play, and he's just going to throw it away again. I guess nothing doing, doesn't want to hold on to the ball too long, but those throwaways not looking good. NCAA 25 definitely going to be late, and we've seen quarterbacks do this now when time is running out, but waiting to the last down to let a play develop, trying to conserve time is not a good recipe, but it works this time, as Hayward is going to get a first down over the middle. He's going to shift out of that look. And let's see, will he go back to throwing it away if he doesn't see anything early? Yes, he is. And I don't know if I like that. I guess they in prevent, if you don't see anything cooking, you're going to throw it away. But I just don't like this technique. I don't like this. He's dropping back to pass. He's going to go to the outside, and he's throwing it out away again. And I guess if you let your main routes, your deeper routes develop, and you don't see anything at this point, you throw it away. But I don't know. Maybe you gotta even chip down the field. We're seeing this happen, and I just don't get the logic behind it. I guess if coach is telling him get rid of it quickly, try to save time if nothing is developed, I see that being a thing. But you still gotta try to make a play, man. You gotta hold it, make a play. You only got one timeout, so you don't have the luxury of taking a sack or completing. But on 4th down. That's going to be another body bag. And once again, it's Fitzsimmons making a play, and that's going to be all she wrote, guys. Fitzsimmons had an outstanding game on the defensive end. So did Chris Akins, the linebacker. And I think those two guys are my players of the game. No, I don't want to say who. If I had to say who was the concrete player of the game, I'll just say the defense of FSU. And that body bag is just going to be the end of the game. Now victory formation for FSU. But I would say hands down the unit of the game is the defense, man. You had a couple of guys make big plays. CB2 with the pick 6 to open this game up. Chris Akins with just an outstanding play in the passing game and in the running game at that linebacker position. And then Fitzsimmons as well, just disrupting the game at the D-line from the defensive lineman spot. Whether it was runs, passes, this guy, made it very tough. I mean, they are going to punt the ball. Not sure why. I guess they're just going to punt it out. And, they're going to punt it into the end zone. But time is running out anyway. And that's the game, guys. The second seed takes advantage of home field advantage and wins 17-3. So Florida State gets it done versus OSU in convincing fashion. It was a defensive game early, but then Florida State turned it on and showed you why they're second seed in comparison to the 7th seed of the Cowboys. No upset in this one. Both quarterbacks, I want to say, threw evenly. This matchup was a bit of a stalemate, although the book did a little more. You could say that's because he had to later in the game. Neither of them threw a touchdown, so a very freshman-like stat line for both of these guys, being freshman quarterbacks in their playoff debut. Didn't see anything jumping off the page where they stepped up and went crazy, but Tyshawn Bryant did enough to get his team to win. Did deal with some drop balls, did get sacked a couple of times, but ultimately he got the win, and that's all you can ask for. Eli Hawkins, tried it. Didn't really see anything too crazy. He had a nice connection with a couple receivers, but ultimately it just wasn't enough. He couldn't read this elite Florida State defense the way that I think that he would have liked to. And he's a freshman, still has a nice career ahead of him. This kid has tremendous potential. He's a tremendous athlete, one of the fastest players in the league at the QB position, which is insane to say. But that's all. It's really going to be the end of his freshman year, man. I think he holds his head. He definitely showed flashes, showed big playability. I don't think nobody's questioning the talent of Eli Hawkins, but took his team as far as he could, and FSU was just a better team tonight. But as far as freshman Tyshawn Bryant, outstanding season. You get your team out of the first round. I think this was a light jab. They had a freshman quarterback as well. Pretty good team, but your team definitely better talent-wise, and I think he's going to have a bigger challenge in this second round for sure. Can't wait to advance and see what that bracket is going to look like. Don't know off the top of my head, but we're going to get to the podcast later this weekend. I want to say probably tomorrow. I think the best time for me to do the podcast is tomorrow because I have to make graphics. And, I got to make graphics and stuff. It's already late. So tomorrow I'll make the graphics and stuff tonight. And tomorrow I'll also be making graphics and doing some preparation things in the background before the podcast. For the podcast, we're going to wrap up the season leaders. We're going to wrap up the season quickly for each team. We're going to do season leaders, team leaders, and we're going to look at the playoff bracket and wrap up the first round. So appreciate you guys for rocking with me. We got to go through these stats at the end of the game. Don't really have to summarize the game too much if you are watching, but at any point you can slow down the stats, pause it, and look at these stats that you want to see. Juwan Rhodes played a really good game. He played a really good season, period. Shout out to Juwan Rhodes. Good season, good playoff showing, and just really there for his team when needed in the running game. You gotta like an effort from a guy like that. He's on his way out as a senior. Did hit the 1K club. Ran for 1,048 yards, 5 touchdowns. on 267 carries this season, 88 yards and a touchdown in his first playoff game. So yeah, man, definitely got to keep an eye on him. He showed you he can contribute and be there for his team. Was a 4-down back this year and got over 1,000 yards with being 5'9", 195 as a 4-down back. Showed you his versatility, showed you his resiliency and his toughness as well. And I think that this kid definitely has a chance to go to the next level and make something happen if a team, you know, takes a chance on him. LaMarcus Hayward, 5 receptions, 81 yards, no touchdowns. Tyquan O'Neal, 7 receptions, 73 yards. Kazim Ramsey, 5 receptions, 60 yards. John Weber, 8 receptions, 42 yards. Nobody got in for a receiving touchdown. If there's any other statistics you want to see, definitely pause it and do your thing. But yeah, man, as far as this postseason right now, these are the stats. I'm actually going to go through everything just to make sure I got postseason stats for everybody, even if I have to track them myself. Carl Aikens, it wasn't even Chris nor Charles. I knew it was one of them, something with a C, but Carl Aikens, 16 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, and just was outstanding. If you watch this game, man, this kid was all over the field. We may have to bring him back. Most of the guys that are generics I'm looking at as upperclassmen, but it's certain guys that I may just want to bring back into the Moolah-verse based on how they played for storyline purposes. And Carl Aikens might be one of those guys. They say that he was naturally a rookie in the foul for the mod, and I don't know. I may want to bring him back, man. He looked really good at the linebacker position, and y'all know how I am about keeping around certain generics for storyline purposes. Based on the class we get, I may have to relook at my season list and bring some guys back for narrative purposes. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys for rocking with me. If it's any statistics once again that you want to see, you can pause, and I'm just gonna keep it flowing. Team stats here, you see, I just really think the defense of FSU got it done. Offense played okay, 38% from third down conversions. You know, total offense 238. That's not their best night, but defense definitely did the job, man. And yeah, man, appreciate you guys for rocking with us. I will be in the Discord. I got a lot of cooking up to do, guys, behind the scenes with league stuff and the way that I want to present it. I am a one-man army as far as staffing. I got mods that do their thing when it comes to like Discord stuff and helping out with the YouTube chat, keeping that clean. But as far as content creation, you know, it's me, guys. That's why I try to utilize my tools and get these graphics when I can. I didn't do graphics all year long on social media or in the Discord, because on top of the day-to-day maintaining the league, it's a lot when you're dealing with the mod. So I just didn't have the time to do graphics all the time. That's why I used the Madden franchise tool, which is another mod. And you know, I decided to do the podcast to keep you guys updated and utilize the different graphics that I posted throughout the year to keep up with different things. So now that we at the season's end, I've been tracking stats. You know, it's a process of tracking stats because of the mod, and you know, we only tracking 12 games, but the mod putting you in the playoffs tracks more games. So I had to go back and you know, write down the statistics through 12 weeks for each team manually, and then do the league leaders manually. So we'll go over that in the podcast. Don't want to give you the story during this game, but I will be dropping a lot more content and wrapping up our series, college series, and its totality at the end of this year. So yeah, man, we're good. Appreciate you guys for rocking with me. It's your boy Kamish Mullah, and I am out. Peace. I will be in the Discord. If any questions or anything, drop a comment if you're new here and you want to get in the Discord. I'm with that. Yeah, man, appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Peace.